process.
I was going to say
Right.
process.
Yes, it's a process.
Yeah.
And there's a plan in place.
Yeah.
So those things are elements, or those elements are the things that you need to consider
Yeah.
when preparing. And in our journey, we realized that there was the pre-planning and then there was the preparation
Yeah.
of this whole thing.
Hi, Queen. Yes, you. We're talking to you, with you, and about you. I'm Deliwe.
And I'm Katlego.
And welcome to our second episode of Dear Queen.
So we're here, and today's topic is preparation, which is very important. But before we get into preparation, as you guys know, we don't just show up. We show up. So as you can see, we're decked out. And before, we're going to tell you how these outfits came about, why they came about, and all of the jazz.
All of the nice things. You know, guys, like you saw the first episode. If you haven't, please go check it out. We don't just come here. We literally, everything has a story. We're so mindful. Even in our outfits, we're very mindful. So this suit over here, I wore it during my my last interview of Mrs. South Africa. So we had 2 interviews with the semis, which is what I wore, the pink dress from last week, from the last video. And then for the finale, I wore this beautiful suit. I decided, you know what, actually, the first interview was just about them getting to know me, and it was very important because that's really what they're looking for. If you think about it, the first interview, they just want to get to know you. Even if they ask you about the war in wherever, they just want to get to know you. Don't ever think what your answer, how right your answer is. It's not about that. It's just about you. So I wanted that.
And your opinion on it. You know,
exactly.
what is your thought on it?
Exactly. So this suit, I wanted them to say, okay, so yes, she's playful, she's sweet, she's all the pink, beautiful bow tie, whatnot, things that were happening in the previous dress. But this lady is also a boss. She can boss up. And that's what I wanted to show them. I wanted to show them this side of me because I am a boss. I'm a boss queen.
Hello.
So I wanted to show them that. Tell us about your beautiful green suits.
Okay, so for me, I didn't want to do a dress. I had already done dresses. And also it was like they were selecting the top 10. So I wanted to step up and come up. I wanted to wear a suit, but I didn't want to do the traditional black suit. So I thought, what is fun? The one thing about me is I love color. So that I had in mind. And then I also thought, green speaks money, enrichment, nature, everything that encompasses life, which is part of who I am. So that's how I got to the green suit. And then I thought, just to break it, you know, to show a softer side of you, I had this pink blouse, which played well. You know, it's like color blocking. Yeah. So that's how this suit came about. And we came prepared. I mean, on the day we showed up, today we are showing up to talk about preparation. So the definition of preparation, I'm going to read it for you guys from Google. Just give me a second. Oh, it's ready phone. Oh my God.
We just want to give you the dictionary definition because we feel like it's so nice because sometimes you just often, you know, go on and talk about whatever topic, sisterhood, whatever. But what does the
essence of that word mean, or the essence of that action mean? Okay, so it says preparation, it's a noun. It says the action or process of preparing or being prepared for the use or consideration. So keywords, there must be action, consideration. It's a process.
I was going to say process.
Yes, it's a process. And there's a plan in place.
Yeah.
So those things are elements, or those elements are the things that you need to consider when preparing. And in our journey, we realized that there was the pre-planning and then there was the preparation of this whole thing.
I remember how we actually spoke about how this journey, I mean, it's so much more about like you think in your guys' eyes, it's what you see right on social media, it's what you see on stage.
Yes.
If you come to see us, if you came to see us. But it's those things to you guys which are just literally 20% of what we're going through, maybe even less, because there's been a whole journey, you know, before then that we were preparing for those moments. But before that, there was also a whole like pre-preparation, right? First of all, am I entering a pageant? Like, first of all, is that what I'm going to do? Or am I going to go, maybe I'm going to do a marathon or an MBA? I mean, they're quite similar.
You know, because you ran for a very long time.
And you prepare for a very long, you know, so you kind of like need to know what is it that you want to get out of something, and you prepare to prepare. You know what I mean? The pre-preparation, which is so interesting.
The pre-preparation is also aligning it with who you are and what your why is. So for me, entering Mrs. Universe Africa, when I looked at the pageant, I looked at the director Bokang, who is somebody that's very passionate about education, which is something that I'm also very passionate about. And also they do a lot of philanthropy work, which is something I saw my grandparents do, my mom do, and I felt giving back is so enriching to the soul, to the mind, and it's just touching one person and changing their lives. But that aligned with what my why was and who I am as a person. So it's very important to do that pre-preparation before you start the preparation.
Exactly. Because how annoying would it have been to not prepare and just choose a random pageant, and then you go in there and then you realize, actually, this is not for me. What they put their focus on is really not what I want to put my focus on. So with me, Mrs. South Africa was, first of all, a no-brainer. I was just like, absolutely. Like, just to be honest with you, I used to, when I was a kid, and they'd ask questions like, what do you want to be when you grow up? I wanted to be Miss South Africa. Listen, I was just like, I'm going to be Miss South Africa. This is going to be my job. And I knew it would be a job. And I, like, at the time, I wasn't thinking, at the same time, I'll be working. And at the same time, no. That was going to be my career. And I mean, look at God. Because then, you know, God was like, okay, I'll give you Mrs. South Africa, my darling. You can do that, not Miss. So that's fine. I'm very happy with that. And honestly, I feel like the pageant itself, I mean, we speak a lot about sisterhood in the pageant. So important. I mean, this is sisterhood, right? Like, it's literally, it's very important to have a tribe, sisters in your life. And I knew that for myself, it was a very important thing. But the other thing is your why. They always talk about your why. Exactly. And business. I mean, if you think about it, your why, oftentimes, I mean, I think for 80% of us, it was business. I want to break out of, a lot of the ladies were like, I want to stop being a housewife and do something. That's business. That's, you know, it's economic if you think about it. And for you, more than anything, for you, it's economic for you. So that's how I envisioned it. I was like, okay, this is where I want to be. At the time, I think I had an idea of what my why was, but I knew that this pageant would explode whatever it is that I want to do. Right?
And I think also the pageants allow you to evolve with your why. You know, it's your starting, it's a pre-preparation, it's starting, but as you go in the journey, in the preparation, your why evolves, it gets bigger, it changes. Actually, it never changes, it just magnifies.
It evolves.
Yes, it magnifies.
And I think, I mean, just thinking about the pre-preparation phase, you go in there, the first thing they ask you is, why are you here? Like we did in the first video that we did, our very first video. We told you guys why we're doing this, because honestly, we could just be chilling. But yet we are here, and we decided that we're going to do this.
Yeah, and we're doing it. So I think the thing with preparation is it's never 100% linear straight line. You know, it's 80% we prepare, and then from there you have the 20% that is spontaneous. But the important thing about having a plan and being prepared is that when the 20% hits you, you are able to improvise. I mean, I remember when I came to your finale, there was a lady, there was water on the floor, And she had the choice of, I'm not prepared, I'm going to run off stage. But because she was prepared, she walked in it.
Yeah.
She almost slipped, fell, she acted like she was dancing, got up and...
It was so cool, by
and
the way. Shout out to her.
Yeah, and went with it. So
Yeah.
that for us, we feel that's why preparation is so important.
Yeah, I like that. I really like when you say, even when you are not, like you didn't, like this was not part of your, what you thought it would look like, because that happens, right? At the end of the day, we are not God. We don't know if it's going to rain or storm. Just like you prepare for your wedding day and then on the day it rains or something happens, but because you're prepared, you have so much more confidence going in. Your mood going in is so much like more uplifted.
It's solid, yeah.
Exactly. And everything else, like when slip-ups come, when changes happen, you're flexible because now you've prepared, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and I just wanted to say, and I know this is something we chatted about like very long time ago. So we spoke about, like we were watching the pageants, like the like big Mrs. pageants, right? Where we saw these women coming with like different outfits, and so this, I think the theme was for Mrs. World. The theme was what was it? Costume, right?
Oh yes.
And we saw these different ladies. They came, and then they, when somebody does this, and then it just becomes like, I don't know, like this big, beautiful thing, and somebody would come with a thing on her head, and the preparation that came into that, like
True.
it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
It's not a overnight sensation where it just works. It really is preparing. But also, I think in the preparation element, you need to understand that the preparation has to be right, because you could have preparing, but it's wrong preparation.
I love that.
So, for example, you are, say, a runner. You are preparing for a marathon, but you've got the
wrong shoes,
wrong breathing technique,
diet,
all of that. You
There's
are preparing, but it's the wrong
Yes.
preparation. So it's very essential, critical to have the right preparation. And I think in this space that we're in, you look at things like your mentors.
Yeah, guys, mentorship, coaching, your teacher, your friend, your sister,
Your sounding board.
Your sounding board. Because at the end of the day, that's part of your preparation. Because you can look in the mirror and think everything is fine, and I don't mean physically only. I mean in all ways possible. But somebody from the outside can actually see how the next person is probably seeing you, how the next person is probably perceiving you, and that's why you need that, right? You need a community, but you need to choose individuals, people that you can trust, because there's also like there's a lot of things that can come. Jealousy, like it can
All
be a
sorts
lot.
of things.
So you really need like to prepare correctly, and to do that you need like leadership. You need someone that has done this, either someone that has done it before, someone that is equipped and literally educated to educate you and to help you in your journey of whatever it is, even if it's just school, like she said, marathon, right?
I think, and also it needs to be somebody that hears your why, hears your alignment, and then when you speak, they can regurgitate what you're saying so that you can also hear it, that is this what I'm signing up for? Am I ready to do this? Do I want to do this? Because when you're alone and in your head you're thinking about it, it's like, oh, it makes perfect sense. This is what I'm doing. But once you hear it from a second person, a mentor, a coach, they formulate it for you in such a way that it makes better sense.
Exactly. And remember, these people they will hear you. Well, it should be that way. I like that you mentioned that, because you can very easily get a mentor that's wrong for you. Again,
Wrong preparation.
Wrong preparation, right? It's so possible to get somebody that's just not doing the things for you. That's running their own mission. That's in their own, like they just want to have a good runner and you look like you fit the bill and okay, that's going to be you. But actually, you must hear what I'm trying to do. Maybe I'm not trying to win the marathon. I just want to get healthy and do this and something I enjoy. I need you to guide me in that so that I can get better. That's what I say I want. You can sometimes see my potential.
Yes.
And it's your job to then tell me as my mentor that this is where I see you can literally win this. If you want to, you can. And it should be then my choice to say, okay, let's go for the win and let's, you know what I mean? And that's how it should be. But I don't think it should, like, you shouldn't choose somebody that is out there to, like, just
for
in
the
their
win.
own.
Just for the win. And
Yeah,
also, I
in
think,
their own mission.
Yeah. Also in that saying, when we are looking at the win, there is the win of the crown, right? You prepare your mind for that. But there's also the win of what happens after if I don't get the crown. What happens in the process? What are the relations that I'm building? What impact am I having? That all forms part of the preparation, because at the end of the day, and it's with everything in life, there's only going to be one crown, one medal,
number one,
number
medal,
one winning this, number
silver,
one
gold,
broadcaster.
whatever.
Yes. But in the process, what are you doing to ensure that the preparation is working for you?
Yeah.
When you walk away from this, you don't become a bitter queen. You're like, oh, okay, I didn't win the actual crown.
Yeah.
I've got my hey queen crown, and I've
Still
got
a
the
queen.
connection.
Still a queen. So
I've got the connections that I've made. I've got the, everything that comes with building relations. Yeah.
I've got it. And I really like that because, we prepare, like everything has to come with preparation. Guys, even if you're having a baby, even if you're going to university, you have to prepare your mindset, your literally, like all the physical things too, like buy the books and whatnot, but literally your mindset is the most important thing, right?
Yes.
So even with the pageant thing, can you imagine if you don't prepare for afterwards, like what happens at the end of the journey?
Yes.
Because it can either be that you're the queen, you won Mrs. South Africa, yay, hallelujah, thank you Jesus, great, but then you did you prepare for that? Did you prepare for, because then a Mrs. South Africa will have duties, and did you prepare for that? And if not, then okay, you don't win, but then you literally still have like your own journeys that like you continue with this journey. What is it that you would have won from this that you want? It's for you. You mentioned connections. Like I got mentorship out of this, guys. Like
You know
what I mean? Like
and
this is also born out of that.
True, very much so. And also I think the other element of this is you can never go back. You can never go back and be same old Deliwe, same old Katleo. Like your life literally in that process, it changes. So in order for you to make sure that the preparation that you've put in is working, the key element is accountability.
Shoo.
Right?
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. And I think that's something we would like to actually leave you with.
Yes.
Accountability, because preparation leads to accountability. The people we spoke about, the mentors, the teachers, the friends, the sisters, your sounding boards, those people would have been, there and they'd help you with like, reflection and we're talking about debriefing.
Yeah.
All of that stuff, like after the preparation and after the whole thing has happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with that, I think that's enough from us
for
with
today.
regards with preparation. Guys, please, like we said, like, tag, comment, questions, all of those. We are ready for you and we want to collaborate with you.
Yes.
And we will see you on the next episode.
Video. Yes.
And remember,
You are a queen.
You are a queen.
Bye.